The retail apocalypse continues, and there's two types of individuals that need to be paying attention to this. One, if you're a business owner, and two, if you happen to work for a major brand, because there's a lot of lessons that could be learned, because it's going to affect you, because it is completely a bloodbath out there. Just to put it into context, in the first half of 2020, more than 3,600 companies have filed for bankruptcy. And we're talking about major brands that have been around for 50, 70, 80 years. The landscape of the marketplace is changing. There's a lot of lessons to be learned on how to adapt to the shift in consumer behavior, in marketing, that whether you're a small business owner, a medium-sized business owner, or a large business owner, there's lessons you could be learning from it. And as an individual, you have to find out, you have to be attuned to what's going on because it can affect you. Some of the brands, just to put it in context, we have J. Crew, Gold's Gym, Neiman Marcus,
JCPenney, Hertz, Tuesday Morning, PQ, New York, GNC, 24-Hour Fitness, Chuck E. Cheese.
Remember, everybody used to want to have their parties at Chuck E. Cheese?
Where a kid can be a kid.
Lucky Brand, Brooks Brothers, Sur La Table, New York and Company, Ann Taylor, Lane Bryant, California Pizza Kitchen, Lord and Taylor, Men's Warehouse.
I mean, it just goes on and on and on. The amount of companies that are having bankruptcies. So why should you care? You might be thinking, well, businesses go bankrupt all the time. It really doesn't affect me. It doesn't really matter. But we've never seen it at this volume. The number of major companies and brands that are coming under is insane. It's ridiculous. It's hard to really contextualize how the magnitude of how many companies are actually going under. And what that shows is it's not just because of an Amazon thing or a Walmart thing. It's because we're going through a huge transitionary period or a big transition of consumer behavior, consumer buying habits that are affecting all these large businesses that didn't change or adapt with the times. And eventually that trickles down even to the smallest of businesses, right? And it all comes to the internet, digital platforms, e-commerce. It comes to the way that you're reaching consumers, that if you don't adapt with the changes of how consumers are buying products or becoming aware of products, the convenience factor. And it's not just about Amazon, like I was stating, that people just want to go to an online retailer. People will go to the store as well if the experience is there. And if the information that you're giving them, that you're supplying to them through the internet or through your website is sufficient enough for them to want to come to your store to try on the product, right? There's certain products you still want to try out in person. It's the fact that most businesses, if these major institutions or major companies and brands that have been around for 50 plus years are having these issues, the local business owner, you as a local business owner, are also having these issues, and it's going to affect you as well. And your competitor that is staying ahead of the curve, seeing this and learning the lessons of what's happening to major brands, they're going to be better suited to weigh out this volatile period as it transitions over, right? So as a business owner, just do an audit yourself. Go look at your online presence, go look at your website, your online properties, and really decide what type of experience or information are you giving consumers. Are you there when they need it? Are you giving them the answers that they're looking for their questions? Do you make it easy for them to contact you, or do you make it very difficult for them to contact you? Do you have a way for them to get the information that they want from your website, whether it's through a chat bot, whether it's through Help Scout or one of these knowledge pages on your website that outlines all the questions and answers and videos and tutorials of how to use your products, right? There's all these lessons that could be learned of how you can adapt to these new changes of using digital platforms. And working with the majority of clients that I work with are small business owners. I see it time and time again, the fact that they overlook their digital properties. They overlook their digital platforms, their website, their online presence. It's like it's almost non-existent. And even with very successful business owners, I've worked with some large real estate companies, lawyers, that it's laughable the state of their online presence and their website. They just don't see the importance of it. But if this is any verification on the fact of what's actually happening in the marketplace, and it's going to trickle down. It's going to happen since it's affecting the biggest brands, it's going to get down to the point where it affects even the smallest companies, because consumer behavior will shift and consumers will begin to expect the process to be seamless, even when you are booking a table at a local restaurant, making an appointment at a dentist, trying to find out the information about the procedure. You're not going to want to go through these hoops, because you're going to be conditioned through these major brands of making it very easy, whether it's, the way you get your food, the way you book a hotel, the way you get your products on Amazon, all these different services that are making it much more seamless and easier and better user experience, better consumer experience. You're going to expect that from your local service provider. And the businesses that do end up doing this are going to be ahead of those that don't pay attention to this, that are not learning from what's happening in the marketplace and adapting to the realities of what's going on today.